Okay. Stabilization wedges. This is my blank stabilization wedge game board. With this being blank, this means that our carbon emissions are going to maintain where they are at, or they're going to raise the problem. The wedges each play a part in lowering the angle of the line representing carbon emission growth. By combining 8 strategies, they will reduce carbon emission enough to stabilize carbon concentration in the Earth's atmosphere. My theory, sterilization wedge, is to represent an active wedge that reduces emission to the atmosphere. 0 to 1 billion ton per year. Therefore, I need to maintain and stabilize where we are not at and our carbon emission or this decrease those levels throughout this video. I'm going to give you 8 strategies or solutions to decrease or maintain the stabilization of carbon emission. There are 15 ways to cut carbon, but I am going to cut carbon by 8 strategies in this video. Number 1, increase efficiency transport, reduce mile travel, increase electricity efficiency. Number 4, fuel switching electricity. Number 5, neutral electricity. Number 6, solar electricity. 7, biofuels. 8, window wind electricity. Number 1, this is how we're going to cut carbon. Number 1, increase efficiency transport. Let's our carpool, everyone. Let's share cars. If we have people carpool, we can reduce the amount of cars on the road. Importantly, those constantly going to work or school 7 days or 7 days. You can imagine billions of tons of carbon emission released into our atmosphere. Therefore, reducing how much carbon is pumped into our atmosphere this way after you use that you can save up to 1 billion of carbon emission power, that there will be less cars on the road, meaning less accidents. Number 2, second wedge. Second way to reduce carbon emission is reducing the mile travel in our nation. To do this, we will support using public transportation. So let's all get aboard and ride together in public transportation. Travel in the same cargo. It will reduce the amount of cars and trucks on the road. However, some people would or some would not want to use public transportation because they might think it might get them to work late or slow and cost more money. This will reduce carbon emissions back and from work from using the same car to travel. Number 3, the third way is to increase electricity with new LED energy bulbs, which will save you money on electric bills by using efficiency LED bulbs, which is a good thing. We can save money by replacing electricity light bulbs. The bad thing are it would take so much time to replace all the bulbs in the nation. Number 4, fourth wedge, fuel switching electricity place coal burning. We could use this by using equal amount of natural gases that used for all purposes. Number 5, fifth wedge, nuclear energy. We will be used by placing coal burning plants, 3 nuclear plants. For instance, there's a pro and a con is there. Pro will lower greenhouse emission, and con is really dangerous to the environment. Neutral energy will bring a lowest impact on the environment, since it take and release gases like carbon dioxide, methane, which are largely responsible for the greenhouse aspect. Number 6, sixth largest way is to increase solar electricity throughout the United States. To do this, use equal houses with solar panels on the top and even them on large acres of land. In addition, plan this will cover energy that is produced from the sunlight to usable energy. We can use our home, factories, and any industries. After good things is that this is an issue that we do not have to manufacture, but map this will be highly expensive. Bringing this together, this will be highly expensive. Number 7, seventh wedge is to use biofuel. This will be a great because we can just mix lye and vegetable oil to create our own and keep Americans away from pumping gas. That will be great. Where oil and gas must be created processed using a lot electricity. In addition, the emission will be a lot less than those on cars. Number 8, the final wedge, wind electricity, which I call windmills. They are so pretty. We will do this by placing. We'll move across the nation, which will turn energy into usable energy. A good thing about this is that it is creating energy from a neutral phenomenon. We do not have to manufacture. The bad thing is these are very expensive and need a lot of space. Wedge worksheet. Taxpayers, consumers. I would give them a 2. Let's write a 2. Because it would raise taxes to fund all the operations, to raise taxes to create solar panel and windows. It would be really expensive. Energy companies, I would give them 5. They are producing a lot of energy, and that is really great. The company will be happy. Why? Because they are making more money. They will be making from all the sales from these products, such as supplying the U.S. with solar panels and windows. Environment growth groups, I give them number 4. Why? They will like this idea because we are reducing carbon emissions, and they will be worried because the nuclear power plants, because they are dangerous. This is why we do not get a. This is why they do not get a 5. They do not like them. Energy companies, manufacturers, I give them a 4. Are the ones that produce raw material to others. They are getting a lot of more money by creating new jobs. In industrialized country governments, I give them a 3. Why I give them a 3? Because they already have workers, they already have people in tech, and they already have factories already present. They might get angry. Why? Because we are bringing things together and some of their supplies and workers. We are migrating these together. Developing country governments, I give them a 4. Why? They rather stay the same. They just want to stay the same. They don't want no change. They want to stay the same. They are. They do not want any carbon taxes. They don't want no taxes to rise. They don't want to pay no more taxes. Carbon emissions in the atmosphere. Okay. So we have a 2, a 5, a 4, 4, and a 3, and a 4 on our wedge worksheet. Efficiency conversation would improve fuel economy down in the fuel economy of the world cars. Reducing reliance on cars was having the number of miles traveled by cars. Using more efficient buildings, using energy efficiency light bulbs, LED bulbs in all commercial buildings would be a lifesaver. Improving power plants efficiency, increasing current coal-based electricity at twice today efficiency. In conclusion, an overall, an overall, an overall of the 8 wedge strategies to refresh your memory to maintain or decrease carbon emissions, I came up with this theory. These choices increase travel efficiency, reduce miles for travel, increase electricity efficiency, switching electricity, nuclear electricity, solar electricity, biofuel, windows. And hoping that society will be happy, get on board, because we need to start worrying about carbon emission now. Otherwise, we will be in trouble in the future.
That is for today. Have a nice day.